Greetings, friends. Toronto is seriously failing its seniors. I was struck by a cyclist going through a legitimate Wheel-Trans drop zone 10 days after shoulder replacement surgery. And that shoulder has never been quite the same since. I've been put in danger by an erratic, contracted Wheel-Trans cab driver, and I recently found myself standing alone at 10 o'clock at night outside a locked building in downtown Toronto, waiting for Wheel-Trans for over an hour. At 80 years of age, I've reached a troubling conclusion. Toronto has become much less safe for seniors. Over the past few years, I've become increasingly concerned about the number of close calls, sidewalk incidents, and safety concerns involving cyclists, e-bikes, and dangerous driving. And I'm not alone. While seniors may be particularly vulnerable, people of all ages are expressing similar concerns. One of the most troubling realities is the lack of accountability when accidents occur. When there is no licensing, no insurance, and little practical enforcement, many people are left wondering where responsibility begins and where it ends. As a senior navigating Toronto, it has become unnecessarily more complicated and in many cases more dangerous. What concerns me is what happens after legitimate problems are identified to the decision authorities. But are they listening? Are practical solutions being considered? And why aren't decision makers willing to engage with the people affected by their decisions? Specifically, Wheel-Trans for this video. As I said earlier, I was left waiting outside a locked building in unsafe downtown Toronto at night for over an hour. After waiting 50 minutes, I got through the priority line at Wheel-Trans. What concerned me most was that even though the representative shared it had been a very slow night, he could not remain on the line with me as a safety measure while I waited for a new Wheel-Trans vehicle to arrive. Fortunately, nothing happened, but safety systems should not be evaluated only by what happened, but rather what could have happened. When seniors and vulnerable citizens are placed in situations where risk increases unnecessarily, something is very wrong. Over the past several months, I have filed complaints, documented concerns, and proposed practical solutions that I believe could improve safety and service for Wheel-Trans and its customers. What I have not received is any meaningful engagement from those in the authority to make those changes. In fact, I have been informed that senior decision makers do not meet directly with customers, nor is any of their standard contact information made available to the taxpayers who pay their salaries. Think about that for a moment. The people using the service every day have absolutely no meaningful access to the people making these decisions. That should concern all of us, because this issue is bigger than Wheel-Trans. Toronto is aging. More and more residents will depend on public services, accessible transportation, and safe infrastructure in the years ahead. Yet many seniors are telling us they feel less safe crossing streets, less safe navigating traffic and bike lanes, less confident that help will be available when they need it. And when concerns are raised, too often the response is another process, another department, another delay. As citizens, we deserve better. As seniors who help build this city, we deserve better. As lifelong taxpayers, we all deserve better. Today, I submitted a formal request, once again, for a virtual meeting with Wheel-Trans leadership and other decision makers who have the authority to address these concerns. I have asked for the opportunity to discuss practical solutions and meaningful improvements. Whether that meeting happens remains to be seen, but I will certainly keep you informed. Because advocacy is about identifying problems, proposing solutions, and insisting that important issues be addressed respectfully and in a timely manner and implemented properly. I'd be interested in hearing your experiences. Have you noticed changes in safety, accessibility, or responsiveness in Toronto? Let me know in the comments, would you? And as this story develops, I'll certainly keep you updated. And if you are concerned about what's happening in Toronto, I encourage you to check out Integrity TO and DCCO, Downtown Concerned Citizens Organization. These groups are working hard to bring attention, accountability, and common sense solutions to many of the serious issues facing our city today. I've included their links in the description below. Thank you for taking the time to listen, consider, and share this message with your friends and neighbors. I'm Sharon Danley, the Common Sense Advocate. Until next time.